What the Friday?
What the Friday? And it's Friday, and it's great because you're moved in.
Kind of, yeah.
Can we talk about that?
Yes.
You're,
You mean how cheery and wonderful I have been to be
oh
around?
yeah,
How
yeah, yeah.
kind, how
Hmm.
exciting, how I make everyone feel so good around
Yeah.
me.
If happy and excitement were people, you'd be like an island like Fiji or something.
Not Fiji, some island no one's discovered yet.
Some desolate little place with a couple of people on it. That's about how much happy's been coming out of you lately.
I don't feel like I'm that bad, but then every time I talk to you or mom, you're both like,
Well, it was
I'm
a big
gonna
move.
go
That's a lot of
hide
work.
now. Yeah, it was really fun. Hey, I was great when I was carrying the heavy stuff up the stairs.
Somebody somebody gave you some bad advice and said, "Don't hire a mover.
Okay, hold on, guys.
That's what family's for."
Except that's not true. You
Hauling
didn't
that
say that's
stuff
what's
up there.
family for. That's not true. What happened? What happened is that you said. What happened is that I said, "Hey, I could pay $750 for a mover, and they could move all my stuff. Do you think I should do it?" And I told you that, and your instant reaction was, "No, just do it yourself." And then I said to mom, "Hey, I could hire a mover for $750. Is that what do you think? Should I like get another quote? What do you think?" She was like, "Do that yourself." both of you were like, "Just do it yourself." And I was like, you know what? I'm so weak for even thinking about hiring a mover, even though I tell all my clients to hire movers, and you should not put, and I don't want to put anybody out, including you and mom.
You should have done it.
And then I like the moving part. I just don't like the packing part. I loved carrying all the stuff up and down the stairs.
That's weird. That's
But it
just
was,
wrong. That's wrong in itself. But anyway, that's
come on, you can vouch
okay.
for that. You can vouch for that. You were there. You were,
You like to work. I mean, you really like physical work
I
a
do, yeah.
lot.
I love it.
It's crazy because you're like, oh, let me have that heavy box. I'm like, okay. I'm not going to be chivalrous here.
Yeah, well, you would have been, it would be the opposite of chivalrous. You would have
The
been taking
Peloton
my
was the
joy.
killer.
Oh, that thing is so heavy.
That was the killer. Anyway, so
Anyway.
nobody's here to talk about, listen to us talk about your
Yeah,
move.
yeah. Sorry, we just spent 2.5 minutes talking about
Yeah.
how terrible I am as a person and how Iowa we still are. Also, oh gosh, so funny. Okay.
Anyway, so
Anyway,
what's going on?
let's jump in. I just moved. I actually moved next door to my my parents.
No, it's like 4 houses down, but
Yeah, same block. Same block. I mean, it's ridiculous at this point. How much I see you guys.
you'll get over it. We'll get over it.
Yeah. One day, maybe. Anyway, okay, so let's talk about the market. I actually think we're going to focus on, you had a really good analogy, so we're going to try to keep this one on the shorter side and focus on pricing, especially right now. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
I'll follow your lead. I've been moving. I'm so sleep deprived. I'm just gonna ride the wave of this podcast.
I'm going to see if I can share my screen. And I really just want to focus on this real quick. Can you see that okay?
No?
No. All right. Well, okay. Well, then I'll just talk about it because it's not working out like I want.
Oh my God.
Okay. Let's try this.
Ooh, here we go.
All right. I'm going to blow this up so you can see it a little bit better. Basically, absorption rates, which we talk about weekly, the number of units for sale, or the number of units that sold divided by the number of units for sale. You get this percentage.
Can you zoom in a little? I want to see the.
I
threw you off. Don't do it. Keep going.
Nope, I got it. So anyway, I'll get a little closer. Get out of my numbers there. These are the trends for Hoboken, Jersey City, downtown, northern New Jersey, which really includes mostly suburbs. That's why those numbers are so much higher. West New York, Union City, Weehawken. The suburbs, which we've talked about, are super, super hot. And that's the yellow line at the top. I mean, 2 weeks ago, they were at almost 100%. It was 99.3, I think, or something like that. Now it's starting to trend off. So you can tell that we're like over the hump and things are coming back a little bit. Sadly, though, in every other area, all of the other towns along the waterfront, you can see this trend from the 1st of September. Usually this is a busier time of year. And as soon as we get to Memorial Day, things are, or not Memorial Day, Labor Day, things are really starting to pick up for the fall season. But our fall season is really falling quickly. You can kind of see that trend off to the right there.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the scoop with absorption rates, and it's a little spooky. So
yeah. Is Weehawken going back up? Is that the one that everything else is going down, but Weehawken was slightly increased? Not by a lot, but a little.
Not by a lot, but a little. Yeah, Weehawken was pretty flat. So I think it looks like it's going up, but I think it's flat. So anyway, but that that does bring us to the next topic that I wanted to talk about, which is pricing.
Yeah.
And this, depending on where you're at, we have listings where things are going pretty well and you don't have to worry about it. Then we have declining markets. So we see those absorption rates going down. What that means is there's fewer buyers for the inventory that's on the market. And so there's more competition. And then we get into prices, and then things don't sell quite as fast as we thought they would. And then you have to go back to your sellers and talk to them about possibly lowering the price, which they don't like. And frankly, I think it's a good conversation to have, because people get these expectations about their place. And when they go to sell, they're very skeptical of real estate agents. And they feel like real estate agents might be a little underhanded and not, like they just want to price it low so they can sell it fast. And most real estate agents really aren't that conniving. No. But they're aware of what's going on in the market, and if they're true professionals, they're swimming in it all the time. I mean, it's like you and I, all we do and all we talk about is real estate stuff pretty much. It's hard for us to take a day off, even if we're taking some time off.
Part of the moving problem, because I didn't stop working. So I was like pausing and then emailing somebody and taking a call and trying to work.
Exactly. It doesn't end.
It's a 24/7 job.
Yeah.
Which has its benefits because we're swimming in it all.
Yeah. But so when you go to price, you as a seller, you're not in it. Not to be mean, but you're not in the market. And what you're doing is you're probably looking around, finding the most the aspirational reasons to price higher.
Yes.
Because you feel like if you don't ask for more, you can't get more, which is true. And then you come in. I mean, do you get what I'm saying? I saw that look on your face.
Explain more, and then I will see.
If if a broker comes in and says, I think you should list it at $1 million, but the seller thinks that they should get 1.3.
Yeah.
The seller's point is, if we don't ask 1.3, we can't get 1.3.
Yeah.
If we just ask $1 million, you'll probably sell it fast. But I think I could get more, and if I don't ask for more, I have no chance of getting it. It's like if you don't shoot the basketball, you can't get the score.
I follow that. I follow what you're saying then completely. I just you added, and that's true, and I don't think it is, because
it's true that if you don't ask for it, that's true. You may not get it, but we'll talk about that. I know where you're going. You're talking about event pricing and when people get involved enough that they bid it up.
I'm saying like,
I don't know if this is frozen up for everybody else, but Morgan just froze for a minute. And I thought it was quite timely.
I think because when you're pricing a house, if you think, I hope I can get 1.3, and then you ask 1.3, you're not going to get 1.3 if the market's not going to give you that.
If it's not, but you don't know.
98% of the time. I think asking for that and then discounting it makes it look like, there was something wrong with your house, and it keeps it on the market for longer. Like if you want 1.3,
that's the problem. That's the problem.
Because everyone thinks something's wrong. So price it slightly below what the market is if you want 1.3, so you get a whole event.
Right. So people come after it. But it makes me think of when you're watching movies, and you're watching this movie, and some guy's got this idea and he's a
Ah,
little headstrong and he's like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to
our
go this way.
namesake analogy, our title for this
Yeah.
episode. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. The thriller. So, but you're sitting on your couch watching the movie and you go, he's going to die in a minute.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if somebody's going to shoot him, if a bear's going to eat him, or he's going to drown in the river. But you know, because they set it up so that you know that that's going to happen. You're like,
Right.
I don't think that's a good idea. He shouldn't be doing that. He's going to die. And it kind of works like that when we list properties, you know. And
Yeah.
as a real estate agent, you want the listing because that's what you do for a living. You know,
Right.
you can't sell someone's home if they don't let you try. And there are some sellers, and I'm guilty, where I've said, hey, I think we should list it this. Here's the reasons why I think we should list it at that.
Mhm.
They'll come out a lot higher, and I'll be skeptical and say, I'm afraid what's going to happen is that we'll do that. We're going to hear crickets. Nothing's going to happen. We're going to linger. Then we're going to have to start lowering the price. And then when they see the prices lowering, they're going to smell blood in the water. Then they're going to wait, but they're going to watch.
Yes.
And not move because they're going to wait and see if they can't get a better deal. Maybe you're going to do something. Unless, of course, if sometimes you can tell that they have a very strategic plan where they're just going to lower a little bit every couple weeks, on schedule. And then you have to think to yourself, okay, I might miss this deal. They're being very consistent. They're very interested in selling. I can't dick around too long because it's like a reverse auction. They know that something's going to happen.
Someone's going to,
and they don't want to miss it. Yeah. But that happens, and it's a tough. Right now. That's frustrating for me because it's we have new listings that are coming on right now that we're having that conversation. We're trying to price in a downward market, especially along the river.
Yeah.
And so you look at your current comps and you say, okay, today your place should sell for $500,000.
Yeah.
Tomorrow it's likely $495,500. Next week, likely for 89 or whatever. So if we try to be aspirational in our pricing in a declining market, we're way behind the curve, and it's not likely, but it happens, and it's hard to deal with that. And it's tough. We're recording this, and I know there are people that are going to watch this that are going to wonder about what I'm saying, but it's just tough. And we don't
down market.
Yeah, it's and it's so hurtful, because especially if you just bought it. I have a listing that the client bought it a year and a half ago, top of the market, pretty much. And it's declined ever since. And she wants her money back out of it, plus a brokerage commission. So we have to not only ask more than, ask what she paid for it, which it's worth less than. She also wants to add for a brokerage commission on top of that so she can net in the black somehow. And that can't happen.
No. Yeah, it's interesting. It's also part of the reason that the rental market is taking such a hit right now because, for instance, I have a listing that he decided I'm not going to sell unless I make we listed it at aspirationally, knowing no one's going to buy this. Mm-hmm. Because he said, and then we listed it as a rental much more reasonably, because he was like, if I can't make 3.1, if I can't net 3.1 out of this, then I don't want to do it. Mm-hmm. And so that's fair. Right. So that means, okay, we're going to put it up for rent too, because you're willing to be a landlord for a couple of years. That's what a lot of people in Manhattan are doing, which is then knocking down rental prices by a large margin as well.
No question. Just this morning, I got a text from a client that said, hey, do you know, are there any rentals in this building that are similar to this? And I looked, there were 3 that would fit that category. Yeah. 2 of the 3 were rental units, but they were also for sale at the same time, listed for rent and sale at the same time.
That's, so, every listing in New York, not every, but a lot of them are like that. Yeah. Not all, co-ops are more difficult, but.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Co-ops. Scowl.
The majority of the market in New York is co-op, so we really shouldn't scowl, but
No, it's
we got lucky. We've gotten quite a few condos.
We have. That's true. Right now I've got, 2/3 of them are condos.
So, okay, do we have anything else we want to mention? How was my mood during this? Was I
You
in
were
a winter?
good.
Okay. I feel like I just get a little harsh. I just do a little and like
I think maybe was another timely freeze because you're frozen on my side.
again.
Sorry about that, everybody. I don't know.
Oh, man.
We're having a technology glitch today. Morgan's
It's all my
signal's a
computer.
little-
No, it's my computer, and I don't think it's my signal. I think it's just my computer's getting old. I have one of my keys is literally fallen off. So,
You were so frugal.
um,
I don't know where you get it. Don't hire a mover. What the hell was I thinking?
I don't know, because then you came and helped me eventually.
Eventually.
Not eventually. You helped me a lot.
No, I was trying to be strategic and wait until it was all done.
I told
Let's
you
go
to.
then.
I was like, just come for the things I can't carry myself.
Yeah, I'm
I
glad
need
I
help
got
on the
there early
podcast.
enough that
Me too. It was way easier once you guys helped. And also, you made it so fun. And you were
I'm
like
just a fun guy.
medicine.
Wish that had been truth in my earlier life. But yeah.
Are you wait, just take the compliment. Don't diss your past self. You're
Okay.
yourself now.
That's right. Yeah,
Today.
forget that past self.
Yes.
Anyway, so that's it. So do you mind if we share some new news about what we're hoping to do?
No, not at all.
No, she's like, I don't remember.
I'm so game. Let's share everything. My life is an open book.
Yeah. We are we've had some great feedback on What the Friday, and we've got it out on Instagram, we've got it on Facebook, we've got it on YouTube. LinkedIn, a number of places.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it makes it hard for our total views to actually add up. We have to do that manually because
I know, but it's about 1,000 a week.
About 1,000.
That's not bad.
It's not bad.
3.
But it's been good. But what we are now doing kind of a weekly marketing meeting as our team is growing, and decided that we needed to expand that a little bit. So we're going to continue to do What the Fridays like we're doing them now.
Yes, market updates.
And then
like our
then we're
Burch
going to
and
start
Burch
doing
podcast.
another series that we just talk about being a buyer, what it's like to be a buyer, what to think about as a buyer, what to do as a buyer, and the same thing for sellers.
Yeah.
We're going to do another series that are similar format, but they're going to be all about selling and all the things to think about. So we just kind of grind through those topics, maybe have guests, maybe not. We're actually looking for a studio right now. So
yes! Oh my gosh! We're so excited. We got a whole plan. We're going to put a piece of tape. We'll see if this actually happens, but Dad had this idea of putting a piece of tape down the middle of the room. and we're going to have one camera on me, on him, and
yeah, basically that was me just not wanting Morgan's stuff on my side of the room.
Am I cluttery? Do you think I have a lot of clutter? I feel like
it depends on if there's food in the room or not.
Morgan likes to eat. I give a lot of snacks. You gotta give a lot of snacks. You gotta
Which I don't mind, but I'll have to tiptoe across on the other side of the room and grab some snacks and then come
I'll
back
throw them to you anytime. You get a little hangry every once in a while and just toss you a little fruit snack.
We did that when you were moving. She's like, I have Welch's gummies.
I think eat these.
You need to eat some.
Please eat these. You were fun and now you're scary. So let's.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, well, thanks everybody for joining us. I think that's about it. We would love it if you would click the like button and subscribe. And we'd love to do more of this. And it really helps us with our algorithm because apparently Facebook and YouTube and everybody likes it when you click a button.
Yes.
So that helps us a lot if you'll do that for us.
It really does.
I think that's it. If you have any content or if you had, it would be cool if you had a specific question and said, what do you think?
That would be amazing.
What do you think about this? We would love that.
Any real estate questions or family business questions or Anything you want us to talk about?
Father-daughter questions. You want to
Let
know
us
how
know.
the two of us get along so well.
So well. All the time.
We're happy to share that.
I feel like we're doing a great job.
That's because this only lasts about 30 minutes. We can pull it together for a half hour.
To be fair, you've handled my iciness very well today. You're just like, I get it. Because you do the same thing.
Well, I'm all, parents are always your parents and your kids are always your kids. And it's hard to lose that. So like this morning, I sent Morgan a text about, she has a client that's working with her and the client had sent an email. And of course I'm thinking, wow, I know she did that department really late last night. I sent her a text. Hey, need me to help with this? She's like, no.
No, I've already emailed.
Why are you texting
Look at
me?
the email chain again. I didn't get mad. I appreciated it.
Nope.
I like it. You're like a good friend. We're good wingmen for each other.
That's right. So I just
that sounds like we're trying to hit on people. We're good. What's another support system analogy? We can't call each other wingmen. It's like we're trying to help each other pick somebody up.
No, I just think of Top Gun. I guess that's where it comes from, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so far behind on that stuff. It's like
that's okay. Yeah, that was teaching you what people say. Why people say "daddy" now is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
What was that? What are you talking about?
When I was like, well, nobody's gonna call. I mean, and now you can't. No kids are can't call their parents daddy, and you're like, why? And I was like, because it's got a different connotation now.
Yeah, I don't get that.
I know. Anyway,
so moving along. Thanks, everybody. Good to have you.
Yes, like, follow, subscribe, comment, tell us what to talk about.
Oh, man. That's it.
Peace. Shake and bake.
Shake and bake. Have a great week.